Good morning, guys, from Marco Island. We are here on a saltwater sportsman adventure with our friend Captain Tanner of Real Deal Fishing Charters. You guys have seen him before in a couple of videos, and he always puts us on the fish, so I'm very excited for a great day offshore. We're about to run out. We have a beautiful sunrise, and it's gonna be a gorgeous day, so I will see you guys out there. Wish us luck. Alright guys, so we made a 60-mile run out here, and we are now anchored in 115 feet of water. Just before we ran out, we loaded up on some pinfish, so that's what we're going to be using for bait. So we got a live well full of pinfish. So there is our beautiful bait. Let's get this guy hooked. Dropping down to the bottom. And Tanner also put out some chum, and there are already yellowtails in the chum slick. But we have the opportunity to hopefully catch some big guy groupers here. That's what we're after today. Would love to catch a big grouper today.
All those big fish in the chum slick, we just tossed on a half of a pinfish on a light setup, light leader. And we got either a yellowtail or a mangrove. Looks like we got a nice mangrove. Yes, beautiful mangrove. They're such good eating too. Look at that fish. Look at the size. That is beautiful. Look at this mangrove. That thing looks more like a red snapper. Dude, look at
What? No way. Oh my god, you gotta be joking.
Look at the size of that thing. That is a stud mangrove right there.
There are giant yellowtails and mangrove snappers right behind the boat, and I'm talking giants. Nick just caught a huge mangrove, so now we just got little jig heads on, and we're gonna put out some cut bait, and I do not think this is going to take very long. You guys see this ball of fish behind me? Like, there's nothing more beautiful than that right there.
You can try it.
This is what yellowtailing dreams are made of.
Just gonna keep on feeding back, guys.
Yeah.
Right down there, just down deep.
Yeah, I fed it way back there. Another nice yellowtail. Beauty.
Come on. They're gonna start to rip it off the spool. You close it, and you set on them. Just like that. Tripled up. Oh, the whole ball of them just showed up at the boat, guys.
Check it out, stud yellowtails. Tanner's hooked up behind the camera. The ball is just loaded up behind the boat. We're gonna be filling the box today with some delicious snapper. Let's get baits back down.
I know. We got to get him out there. Tanner's on himself too. Look at that.
I couldn't just stand here.
Is that a mangrove?
Good fish, Brook.
Well, it's kind of crazy because these fish are coming in like waves. Like right now you look out in the chum slick and there's nothing. So I almost dropped this bait all the way to the bottom. And then they'll come back to the slick. They'll hang out for a little bit. I don't know if something's scaring them.
I can't let you have all the fun, babe.
There's enough fun for everybody to go around.
Yeah, but I have the most fun when you have the most fun. Happy wife, happy life. You guys know the drill.
Wow, you got a giant.
Look, the yellowtails are back. Yeah, baby. Oh man, what happened to his throat? He's all messed up.
Stud. Check this out. This is what yellowtail dreams are made of. Yellowtails only have to be 12 inches long, and sometimes when you go yellowtailing, you have to measure every one that you catch because you're like, is this one legal? And then you'll catch a bunch of 11, 12 inchers. You don't even have to think about measuring any of these. They're all studs. Beautiful flag yellowtails. Gorgeous.
Part of that like aggregate snapper.
Yeah.
So fun. This is the kind of yellowtailing I always want to do. watch them eat your bait sometimes.
Another big mangrove.
Giant mangrove.
With the other one chasing him. Half of them. Biggest mangroves I've ever caught, and we're doing it on a 3000 series spinner. Just an epic fishery right there. Seeing these things bust baits in the chum slick, hard to beat. I mean, this is the best kind of offshore fishing you can do. Captain Tanner absolutely putting us on them on the first spot. It's a pretty box for a day. People would be satisfied with that box for a whole day and spend a half hour. So.
We're just getting started. We're just getting started.
It's crazy.
Look at these things coming over. Just big ones. Nick keeps catching stud mangroves. I haven't caught one of those yet. These yellowtails are definitely nothing to complain about.
Good
See a
one,
big
Brookie.
mangrove. Whoa.
There you go.
Come on.
Look at that rub him.
Okay, that's a snapper. Then. That's a nice one. That's a snapper.
It's gonna be a big mangrove
I
this
hope
time.
so. You're due.
So I think it's gonna be a big mangrove this time. I used a bigger chunk of bait. And those yellowtails have been kind of staying away from the bigger baits. So I'm thinking it's gonna be a mangrove.
Nice.
It's a beaut.
There we go, my first mangrove snapper of the day. Not as big as some of the ones that Nick's been catching, but a beautiful giant mangrove snapper nonetheless. Mangrove snapper and mutton snappers are my two favorite snapper. You know, I love a good yellowtail, but I think the firmness of a mangrove fillet is a little better than a yellowtail. So I am very happy about this fish here. Captain Tanner always puts us on amazing fish every time we come here. So if you guys are interested in booking a charter with him, I'll have all his information linked down in the description.
So another beautiful red grouper. These closed early this year due to the quota being met in the Gulf. This was not my bait. This must have been someone else's pinfish. Hungry down there. You could see this stomach is everted from its body. That's a symptom of barotrauma. And its stomach is also, its body cavities bloated from the expansion of gases. So if we were to release this fish on the surface, it would probably float off and die. We're gonna hook it onto a sequelizer pressure release descending device. So you clip it on the lower jaw. Always a better grip with the lower jaw, so you always wanna do lower jaw. You should be able to hold the fish up just like a boga grip. And I have this device set to release at 100 feet. You can change the depth settings. So we're gonna lower it into the water. We're gonna start this camera too. So we should be able to see him swim off. So that camera's recording. And we're gonna lower that fish down to 100 feet. We're fishing at 115, so we're gonna get it pretty close to the habitat it came from. And it'll pop off and he'll be free to swim off and fight another day. So Return 'em Right's a program that helps educate anglers about barotrauma and best release practices. So our goal is to be a resource for anglers to not only help them catch fish, but also help them release fish successfully to contribute to the future of the fishery. When you're fishing offshore in these deep water habitats, fish experience barotrauma and they need specialized techniques such as venting or descending to help the fish survive. So we teach anglers how to do that, and we also provide free tools and free release gear to anglers to use on the water. So it's a win-win for the angler and for the fishery. As conservationists, as sportsmen, it's our responsibility to really take care of the fish we release and also take care of the fishery as a whole.
So as soon as it hits that certain depth, it just releases itself? That's the way it's set up to do?
Yep, just like a boga grip, if you pull the clamps and it opens, as soon as it hits the depth you set at, it pops open and the fish is free to swim off. It has a hydrostatic pressure sensor in it, so it knows when it gets to that depth to pop open, basically, just from the increased pressure at the seafloor. There's also several different types of descending devices. You can make them at home. There's inverted hook styles, which is basically a barbless inverted hook that carries the fish down, and when you reel up, it just slides out kind of like a skewer. So Roy's Fish Saver, Shelton Fish Descender, there's plenty of great options available on the market. And maybe we'll get to using a couple of those today too. Survival rates are really good with descending, so we try to do our best to take care of the fishery.
I am very excited to watch that GoPro footage to see that fish swim away. But if you guys are interested in learning more about return 'em right, I will have a link in the video description, as well if you're interested in finding out if you qualify to get this free descending device, that will be linked in the description as well. Just go there. You have to answer a couple questions and you can get one of these devices so you can also practice this when you guys go out fishing. I think it's gonna be another mangrove. I used another big chunk of pinfish, but we'll see. Can't flip big mangroves like this in the boat. Gotta grab them. Do you see how fat that thing is? He has been down there eating some chum. Man, he's chubby. Wow, Nick, that one looks pretty small compared to the other ones you've been catching. Look at these studs. Beautiful mangrove snappers, just giants. They got some gnarly teeth on them, especially when they get bigger like this. This is one fish that you do not want to be putting your finger in their mouth. The yellowtails, you can kind of try to unhook them, put your fingers in there, but definitely not a mangrove snapper. They will ruin your day.
They're called snapper for a reason. Also, a lot of people think these big ones can be cuberos. So cuberos have canines on the bottom and the top. So mangroves only have these top canines, while cuberos would have the same ones on the bottom too.
Wow.
So that's one easy way to tell if it's a cubero versus a mangrove snapper. When they're this big, sometimes you'd think it would be a cubero, but awesome fish. People would dream of a whole day like this, and we've been here for an hour.
We got lots of delicious dinner here.
All right. Look at that box.
It's a good one. Look at that.
That's a fish.
Yep, Rick's got a good one. I'm gonna let Dennis film her, but that was just a whole pinfish, flat line to the bottom with that jig head. Made it down there and it got crushed.
Crushed.
That's gotta be a mangrove too.
And that time was a small piece of bait. Usually it's like small bait, yellowtail, bigger bait, mangrove, but that was a smaller piece. So even this tiny red grouper, we're still going to use the descending device on.
You can see its stomach coming out of its mouth there, and it's bloated. So we're gonna send him down. Red grouper survival is really good with descending, and we have a camera, so we should be able to see him swim off as well. And down you go, buddy.
See ya. Tanner, where are we now?
So we're about 85 miles from Marco Pass. We are anchoring up on the last spot of the day in about 160 feet of water.
All right, guys, well, you heard it, last spot of the day, and hopefully this is gonna be our spot where we get our gag grouper. We have had an incredible day, lots of different species, a lot of fish in the cooler to bring home for dinner. I'm very excited about that.
A lot of these fish on this machine right here are marking red snapper, but we're not after them today since they are closed. We're after what's underneath them. And on the bottom it sits blacks, gags, some red grouper, and scamp, but the prime target is a big gag here. So hopefully we can get by all those red snapper, get to the bottom with a big piece of bait, and see a rusty belly come up.
Oh God. Oh. Whatever this is big.
Brooks got a big one on.
Hey, watch that catfish in there.
Well, guys, we made a move. We made a 20-mile run out even deeper, and we're in 156 feet anchored now. And oh, Nick just caught a giant mutton snapper, and I caught a red snapper, and we can't keep red snappers, so we sent it back down on the descending device. This might be another big red snapper, but ooh, this thing's gonna be big. So this is a brand new rod and reel setup Victor and I are both using for this heavy bottom fishing. I got a Talica on an OTI rod, and I will have both of these things linked in the description. You guys can find them at Tackle Direct. Oh, this fish is gonna be big. Oh, big old red snapper. Too bad it's not a mutton, huh? Woo! These things fight so well. All right, guys, so, woo! Woo! Giant red snapper out of season. This thing has a bunch of air in it. its stomach is blown up in there. So we're gonna send it down on the device here.
Nice and slow he's gonna go, because could probably use 3 pounds, but you can see the 2 pounds getting him down. And I actually have that set to release at 150 feet, and we're fishing in 157. So we're gonna get him all the way back down to the structure he came from. He'll be free to fight another day.
So I just caught this guy on the bent butt right here. We're looking for a bigger fish, and he happened to eat it. We're gonna send this guy back down. He's out of season. Hopefully we'll come back and get him next year.
Alright, just came up, so we're good to throw another one down. We could actually hook a couple of these on the same rig, but so pull these triggers, lock it into place. See, I could hold it up like a boga grip. And we're gonna drop him down. That's actually still recording from the last one.
He went right like that and just slowly went on by.
In his gills. All right. Down it goes.
Going down. Just dropped another pinfish. It's getting excited. It's gonna be. Probably another red snapper, I'd say. Oh goodness. The thing that's so fun about catching these big red snappers is they fight all the way up to the surface. They fight so well. They're beautiful fish, but they are not in season right now. And to be honest, a lot of times when you catch fish out of season, you know, you're like, oh, I feel so bad that I caught this. But when you have that descending device, it doesn't make it feel so bad that it's out of season. You know, you send them right back down where he came from to live another day, to come back to catch them during season. Another big old red snapper. Woo!
Bottom lip has a thicker lip, so it attaches better.
And what, you just push this up?
You pull these in, yep, once you're on it. Just like that, and you should be able to hold it by the device. Yep.
There we go, we're locked in.
Oh.
Go, Vic, go, 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 go!
Go, Victor!
Come on!
I'm not letting him pull.
Yeah!
Come on! Oh, he's big. He's big, guys.
I'm on too. Let me get on the other side of you. Oh, shoot.
This is a shark. Unless this is a 50-pound gag, but I don't even think a 50-pound gag would fight this much. It's running out.
Yeah.
So that was on the blue runner, right, Vic?
Yep.
Oh.
Or it could be a glide fish, you say, right?
Yeah, I think he ran too hard though.
Big shark?
Yeah, just by the way he took off and went out. Amberjack.
Amberjack?
Yeah. Alright.
Well, it's not the grouper we're looking for.
Little AJ. We'll
Little
get back.
amberjack.
We'll get back down there. They're down there.
AJ's always fight really hard. Honestly, I thought that was going to be another snapper. Would have thought an AJ would have fought harder than that, but this Talca did work on that thing. Tanner's got me going down with another pinfish. Hopefully we turn this one into a grouper. Victor is reeling in a shark over there, and when he's kind of pulling the boat that direction, so my line is scoping under the boat because of his shark. Whatever this is smaller. We can't get away from these things, huh?
Nope.
So,
Sometimes that's how it is. That's the only thing that's down there this eating.
so if you're a recreational fisherman, you're allowed to keep these on what days?
So recreational fishermen starting last weekend, which would be Labor Day, every Friday, Saturday, and Sunday till Thanksgiving week is the last day. So every weekend. Until then, you can keep these on the weekends.
So today's Thursday, and we're also not recreational fishing today. We're on a charter, so we couldn't keep them anyways.
Come on.
What are you thinking? Big grouper?
I hope so.
On the octopus?
On the octopus.
Those are some good runs.
I'm still trying to get him off the bottom. All right, come on. It feels grouper-like.
Oh, she's a grouper. That might be a gag. Another run like that.
I got color. I see brown.
Is it a Goliath?
Nah, it seems Goliath, yeah.
It's a Goliath?
Yeah.
That's still freaking cool.
Wow.
Crazy.
Woo. Oh.
All I know is you're gonna need a lot of weight to send that one down on the Sequelizer.
That was tough. I'm exhausted. Cool fish though, octopus jig again. Right in the corner of the mouth.
Good job.
All right, let's get this thing back down. So this is a big jawed Sequelizer, made for bigger fish. We caught this Goliath. We got 5 pounds of lead. I'm gonna help him down.
Cameraman going down.
Film everyone all day long, and then you finally get a chance and you catch the giant.
We're on. Here we go.
Woo! Get him!
Get Dennis in on the action.
Woo.
Groupers are here.
Wow, nice
Dang,
red
that's my
grouper.
biggest red, guys.
Yeah?
For
Wow.
sure. Thanks, Brooke.
There you go.
Brooke hooked it right where it needed to be hooked.
That's a nice fire truck.
Well, yeah, this is my biggest red grouper ever, thanks to Captain Tanner. It feels good to drop a bait down every once in a while, you know? Catch a quick fish while Victor's fighting the shark. But we're gonna throw him on the descender here.
All right, we got double red grouper. Camera's going. Double red groupers going down together.
I'll tell you what, we had a beautiful day on the water today. Flat, calm, but it is hot out here. People are ready for it to be fall. And it still feels like it's the dead heat of summer out here. But the fishing has just been red hot all day long. It's been an amazing day. This may be my last fish of the day before we head back to the dock. It might be my first red grouper of the day.
Yep. No, you can't stay away from those red snapper.
Alright guys, so we are back at the dock. We just laid out all these fish for the thumbnail that you guys have already seen because you clicked on this video. If you guys are interested in booking a charter with Captain Tanner, I'll have that link down below. And a big thank you to Nick for giving us the down low on the descending devices today. If you guys are interested in learning more about that as well, linked in the description. We're gonna pack all these fish in our cooler, head home, and we're gonna flame up tomorrow. And then I will see you guys in the kitchen later on. Alright guys, so we are back home at the fillet table. It is time to clean up our catch. And I haven't decided if I'm going to be cooking yellowtails or mangroves for dinner, but it's not every day that you catch these big yellowtails. I feel like this is like the smallest one that we might have caught, but I'm gonna fillet up this guy for you. So let's get going. Of course, using a Dexter Outdoors knife, you guys can always save 20% with my code BROOK20. This is a 7-inch flexible fillet knife. So, working our way down. Sometimes people just knock off the side of a yellowtail in one go, but these guys have a nice big fillet. And I don't want to miss any meat. So we're just gonna skin them like any other fish. And going over those rib cage, not leaving it on there. And there we go. So using the same knife, push your fillet to the edge of the table, and we're gonna skin it. And tonight Victor's cooking with our friend James, and he requested the skin on these yellowtails, but we just scaled a bunch of them. But these guys, I'm taking the skin off of. Take out those pin bones. And there we go. We got a beautiful yellowtail fillet ready for the kitchen. So I will see you guys in the kitchen after we finish filleting up all these fish. Hey guys, welcome back to the kitchen. So tonight we are cooking mangrove snapper. I couldn't figure out what I wanted to do at the fillet table, but we had yellowtail last night. So tonight we're doing mangrove snapper. So we got all our pieces ready to go, and I'm going to be serving it with a pineapple salsa. So we got pineapple, cilantro, red onion, some orange bell pepper, and then some tomatoes. Let's get our fish seasoned. I'm gonna blacken it, nice and simple. A pineapple salsa on top of a blackened fish, I think is going to be absolutely delicious. So we're doing Chef Paul's Redfish Magic. This stuff is just amazing. What you have to do is you buy the big one and then you refill the small one, so then it's easy to season your fish. And then I'm gonna flip them and season the other side as well. So I'm going to put some lime juice on our salsa here before we stir it up. It's gonna be a nice fresh addition on top of our blackened fish. So we're also going to be serving some zucchini that I'm gonna grill up. And we put on some garlic, branch and vine, olive oil already on the zucchini. And I forgot that we had already put Meyer lemon, branch and vine, olive oil on the fish already as well. This stuff is absolutely delicious. They got tons of different flavors, so good. So the only thing we're gonna do is hit these with some salt, some pepper, and lastly, garlic powder. All right, so we're gonna do this in 2 batches. We're gonna go in with the skinnier pieces first. Anytime I have the chance to cook outside, I always do, because if you ever cook fish inside, you know that it can be a stinky mess. All right, we're also gonna throw our zucchini on now. All right, round 1 is done. Taking these off. So we got a combination of avocado oil in here, and I just added a little more butter. And now going in with round 2. So we did those skinny ones first. They definitely didn't take as long as this round will take. Flat perfection. We got some beautiful grill marks on there. All right, let's flip our fish. All right, there we go. Here is our beautiful mangrove snapper. You guys can come on over. We got some plates ready.
Okay, so this is my third time eating fish this week, and this is one of those weeks where I just really appreciated it and appreciated being a fisherman and being able to provide for friends, for family, and for ourselves. And it's just a good feeling knowing you could go out there and Brookie cook a delicious meal for her brothers, her mom and dad, and we all sit around the dinner table on a Saturday night, and yeah, it's just a great way to spend a Saturday night. And the meal was delicious, of course. Pineapple salsa, blackened fish, you can't go wrong.
Givik?
Mangrove is a classic. I think it's been a little while since I've had some. Like Victor said, the salsa really like elevated the meal. Well done, Brooke. Another delicious one.
Thank you.
We never get tired of eating fish, so keep giving it to us. We had fish 3 times this week too. Once I made it, once we took it to a restaurant, and tonight, and Brooks beat all the 2 that we had out. Delicious. Love the zucchini with grill marks, the crunch on your fish. Delicious. Thank you, Brooke.
Thank you.
I think we ate fish 4 times this week. I think you made it twice, and we took some fish out to dinner. We got out of the habit of freezing fish, you know, because fresh fish is so delicious and good for you. So we did go to a restaurant last night with some cubera and some mangrove. They served a pineapple salsa, but Brooks' salsa was better. But the fish was delicious at the restaurant, I will say. But Brooks beat it. So I enjoy, yeah, I'm not tired of fish. I feel like it's good for me, so I eat it every chance I get.
They told me that they had fish with pineapple salsa last night, literally blackened. And I was like, you're kidding. How did we do that 2 nights in a row? Like, what are the chances that you had that last night and then I made it again tonight without me even knowing that that's what they had last night?
It's pretty amazing for us to get so used to having meals like this where everyone's like, oh, I had it this many times this week. And obviously, when you get it made at this table, it's probably better than fish you could find anywhere else. But even a classic like mangrove snapper is still so phenomenal no matter how many times you eat it. That mango salsa, or actually the pineapple salsa, gave a lot of exciting flavors to it, and it was cooked real well. So yeah, another fantastic dinner to add to the list.
Thank you. Well, blackened fish is always a classic. It's always delicious, but if you want to add a salsa on top, it just makes you seem like you're that much fancier, whether it's like a mandarin orange salsa, a pineapple salsa, mango salsa. Just throw it on top of your fish, and I'm telling you, it's going to be absolutely delicious. You can't go wrong with it. It may have seemed like we caught a lot of fish and brought home a lot of fish in this video, and we did, but we split it all between all of us. I only have, like, we ate it last night. I gave some to my dad to bring to dinner the last night as well. And then we only have a little bit left in the freezer from what we took. And then Tanner obviously took some, and Nick took some. So we love sharing fish with everyone, but I'm pretty sure we released more fish than we ended up keeping. So I had a great time fishing with Captain Tanner. Again, if you guys are interested in fishing with him, check the link in the description, and as well as checking out the Return 'em Right. All that information will be in the description. As always, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and I will see you in the next video.